there, OFP Nation. Welcome to our live weekly analysis that we do every Sunday. It is March 16th, 2025, and we are going to dive in and take a look at our watch list for the week ahead and see what things are looking like. Nick, are you with me?
Yes, I sure am.
Beautiful. All right, guys, as always, if you're new here, we have a watch list that we typically go through. So if there are particular pairs that you trade or you're interested in, it's highly likely we will go over that pair. But if we don't, and there's a pair you do want us to look at, you're more than welcome to just share it in the comments, and we will go over it before we end our analysis today. But without further ado, let's dive in and let's see what's going on for the week ahead.
Alrighty. So first things first, we start off with dollar index. So with dollar index, we literally have been at the level of support, and we have been literally consolidating. This can mean a lot. One thing that I think is going to happen is dollar index is most probably going to reverse at this point in time. Like already showing signs of strength as it's been going up slightly, but we might actually have a push up then coming back all the way up here, because already we have had a very strong fall to the bottom and we have stalled there. It's not like it was a sharp move to the downside where it would now consolidate, but it was like a natural move whatsoever. So this coming week, we actually have something that can move dollar index, and that is the Fed interest rate. Though the focus is still going to be at 4.5%, the Fed interest rate is most likely to push price a certain direction, especially for the dollar index. So that's why I say my anticipation is actually to the upside. We have Fed interest rate that's going to be on Wednesday. And then we also have unemployment claims. But the major one, to be honest, is the Fed interest rate. So that's what I do think will start to push price back up, probably coming back into 107.500. So without further ado, let's actually go into currency pairs, starting first with euro dollar. So this is another reason why I say dollar index may strengthen, because first of all, we're at a level of resistance. We already bounced from there. That's great. The trend line was somehow broken, but then it continued all the way up. And I can say it's broken again. And here, this was like a very, very, very steep push to the upside, like strongly. It wasn't like a jump up, but days rounding up, just pushing to the upside. So that actually increases the conviction of me actually saying we're going to push to the downside and have some dollar strength and then come all the way down here to 103,500. So that is still my anticipation on euro dollar, because we're at a level of resistance. Trend line is broken. So if we do push next week are below 1.08, then we can definitely see euro dollar continue to the downside, and we can see ourselves back at 1.03. So that is what I am seeing for next week. Or things may actually change. Dollar may actually weaken, and we can continue all the way up even to 1.12, where we actually started this trend to the downside. So, but overall, euro dollar is strengthening for the year thus far. We are literally at the end of our first quarter. So that should mean something as well, where we currently are with euro dollar. Because every quarter there's always a change of business cycle whatsoever. So right now we already had, like, starting from January, we had like a bullish trend to the upside that is clearly seen by the higher highs and higher lows. So probably April, May, June, we might actually have a bearish trend for those 3 months, and maybe continue it for probably another 6 months. Or we could continue this bullish trend to the upside for another 3 months. So just keep that in mind. So, and let's now move over to pound dollar. So pound dollar, same scenario, we reached the level of resistance. We're still waiting. Same story. The pound dollar and euro dollar right now are literally in correlation with each other. So euro dollar, pound dollar, they're just twins at this point. So let's now move to dollar yen. Dollar yen, we are at a minor level of support because we actually had this major one over here where we were very certain that we might actually have a rejection, which was not wrong at all because the trend line was broken, resistance was broken, and we had this proper confirmation right here that we might actually be going to the upside, but that is actually where we reversed from. And then we completely pushed down, and this level, this major level was broken. So that means this is holding. But rather, we have this minor level. We also have another one here, and another one, and another one. And last one is all the way down here. So what does that mean? Well, that means if we do hold this level, as we already even breached a little bit of this resistance level, we might actually push all the way up. So right now we are just at the level where it's we're waiting for extra confirmation. We wouldn't say we just enter right now just because the trend line is broken. We would want this resistance level to show us that indeed we might actually be reversing. So before that happens, then we can be aiming to come to 145 or 146 on dollar yen, or 143 or 141. So those are other levels that we could reverse from. But right now, we haven't yet gotten confirmation on dollar yen. So we just have to wait, especially since we have the Fed interest rate, which is a key driver this week in the economic world. So we would rather wait for that and see what that entails for dollar yen and other dollar related pairs. So on that end, let's actually look at dollar Mexican. Dollar Mexican did what we were waiting for. It actually breached right below the support level. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, levels that do not hold are just broken right through, and there is no reversing from that. So this support level was broken. This one was also broken, and it seems we're going all the way down here. This is where we are literally gonna aim for with dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican, we are definitely gonna come all the way down here, and we shall see if we'll reverse from here, because the level we are looking to reverse at on dollar Mexican is literally between 19.80 and 19.75. So this is a level we're looking to come all the way down. Right now, I'd say we are getting to a pullback where we might actually come to 20.11. Then from this level, we might continue all the way down. So either we're going to reverse from here and come all the way down, or we're going to push a little bit higher to 20.11, then come all the way down to 19.80, 19.75. Then probably from there, we can be looking to go long on dollar Mexican. Let's now look at CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss, we have broken the trend line, and we are literally at a level of support where we last came last year in August, where we pushed strongly to the downside, and now we're bouncing from that level of support. So at this point, what we are looking to do is probably enter here, since this resistance level is also broken. So we have one confirmation, the resistance level being broken, the trend line being broken. So this could be an ideal entry point, and targets could be 0.63, or sorry, 0.62300, going all the way to 0.63700, even just 0.64. So those are our main targets on CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss this coming week, I am anticipating more upside movement, as we also have some Canadian retail sales on Friday, and we also have Swiss interest rate. So we are looking to actually cut on the Swiss interest rates. The forecast is 0.25. So we're obviously going to cut by 25 basis points from 0.50. So that is our anticipation on CAD Swiss. So that is why I do believe this whole move to the upside will actually happen, especially since they're going to cut interest rates on CAD Swiss. So this will most likely push the Canadian dollar to the upside. And we also have CPI on Tuesday. So that will give us probably another push to the upside. So I do think we are actually going to even find ourselves at 62300 this coming week on CAD Swiss. But watch this space and let's see where we do end up by the end of the week. Then let's look over to pound yen. Pound yen has not been followed any data from dollar yen. It's completely on its own at this point. So we have also yen interest rate coming next week on a Wednesday, followed by some pound interest rate next week as well. So this coming week, we are just focused on interest rates. That is all I can say. So we have yen interest rate, we have dollar interest rate, we have Swiss interest rate, we have pound interest rate. What could go wrong? Yeah, so we are literally poised to make crazy moves this week in the currency markets. So my anticipation on pound yen is for us to actually go right above this resistance level, because we have literally been touching it a number of times. Right above 193 is what we are looking to breach. So we had our first touch here in February, then we had our second touch over here on the 12th of March. And this could actually be our third touch, where we actually breach right through, even go all the way to 194, then even going all the way to 200 for a pound, basically, to the yen. So I do think we're going to come all the way up here to 199 as our major target. So as we continue, like I already said, we're still bullish right here, because we first of all broke this resistance level, broke the trend line. So from here, all of it is just up. Yeah, so let's just keep an eye on pound yen. Then let's look at gold. So gold literally did what we anticipated, where this bearish move to the downside wasn't strong enough. So we then started moving slightly up as we breached this resistance level. We kept hanging on to this level. Then we had a push to the downside. Then that push to the downside was just literally a catapult to the upside. And we continued to proceed all the way up and made 3,000 for gold as the new high. So what does this entail for gold now? Will we be coming to the downside, or will we continue all the way up, even probably reach 4,000 for an ounce of gold? Well, my anticipation right now, I do think, is we'll break this trend line. Like, I think gold is overextended at this point. And remember, um, like I said about the quarter and the business cycles and everything, we have been pushing strongly to the upside since January. So we have been bullish for that. Then if we take a look at October, November, this was like a bearish trend, or rather mixed, since we had the first push to the upside, then we came all the way down. But overall, we ended, I believe, break even on gold. Then here we had a push up, which was bullish. Then here we were bearish, and then bullish again in the beginning of the year. So what does this entail for gold? Gold may actually now be a little bit bearish for the next 3 months. So just keep that in mind. Or we can continue bullish until we reach probably 4,000 for an ounce of gold. But right now, we're just currently waiting for the trend line to be broken. Then we shall see from there where we can be going. Oh, literally just bounce off the trend line. Like come all the way down to 29.60, then bounce from there going to the upside. So those are the two scenarios that we may encounter with gold. Then let's now move to indices. So NAS 100 has been very depressing as it's been going all the way down, but nicely all the way down. That's one thing you should keep in mind. So right now we have a trend line break on NAS 100, and now we are currently waiting for the break of 2200. What does this mean? We have interest rate coming about. So if we do go right above 20 point, or rather 2200 on NAS 100, we can actually see now ourselves probably looking to make new highs. I think this push to the downside from the previous high is just a minor pullback, and we actually have some more room to go to the upside on NAS 100. So that is my overall anticipation on the NAS 100. So let's wait for the market to touch 20.2200 or 20,200, and let's just be bullish from there all the way to the upside. That is my anticipation on NAS 100. Then let's look at US30. So US30, same scenario, though this trend line, which temporarily got broken, is no longer valid. So we're kind of gonna draw from here to here, and we haven't yet broken the trend line whatsoever. But once our trend line is broken, then maybe we can be looking to go long again on US30. But where are we in terms of the push to the downside? Well, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. So would I say this level will hold? Maybe not. I don't think this level will hold until we probably come all the way down here. So I think right now would be like a great selling point, since we are literally touching this trend line. And then from here, we can come all the way down to 40,000, which is even an ideal level since it's rounded off and everything. So we can actually be seeing ourselves coming all the way to 40,000, then bouncing from there, coming all the way up. So that is what I am actually seeing with US30. So let's keep an eye on that as well. I do think we're going to come to 40,000 rather than going to the upside on US30. But let's actually look back again to NAS 100, where exactly we are on NAS 100. So NAS 100, let's see, we are at a level. Yeah, we are literally at a level of a minor support level right here. So this may actually hold. So NAS 100 may actually hold and follow suit once we reach above 2200. So will be like our final confirmation, which is quite far from where we currently are. But this could be our final confirmation since this is just a minor support level. If this does not hold and we don't reach beyond here, then we can be seeing ourselves doing the same thing as US 30 is doing, where if the Fed interest rate comes out, we might actually push to the downside and come all the way to this major support level at 18,300. So that is my retake on NAS 100. So now let's look at our last but not least friends in the crypto market. So you not US 30 but euro, not even euro. Sorry about that. Ethereum. Ethereum is still pushing all the way down, and we seem to be still aiming to come to 1,500. Right now, we are in a pullback. So we pushed all the way down. Now it seems we pulled back. I do think we're going to push all the way to make a new low this coming week, right under here. So right under 1,800 is where I think we're gonna end up in the week. So let's keep an eye on that. And let's move over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, same scenario. It seems we are looking to come to this major support level. So right now, this also seems like a pullback. And I do think this coming week we might end up around the 70 level. Like we might find price here by the end of the week around below 75,000 for a dollar. So this marks the end of our midweek analysis, or not midweek analysis, but weekend analysis. Yeah. So Merinda Villian, Villion, yes. How are you today? I'm actually in South Africa, so if you want in-person analysis, you can let me know. All right, Rhea, you can come out from hiding.
Thank you for that analysis. It was lovely.
Yes, I make sure I cover everything that is needed.
Is there any other pair that we didn't cover that you guys are hoping that you guys want us to take a look at before we let you go? Let us know. We'll give you guys a minute to let us know in the comments.
All right. Merinda, which part of South Africa are you at? Are you in like Joburg, Pretoria? Where exactly? Oh, Pretoria area. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Right. I guess can be a meet and greet. Yeah, I'm actually in the same area as well, so yeah, we can look to do something.
All right. Let's see. Well, while we're waiting to see if anybody has any questions or if they have any pairs they want us to look at, I do want to let you guys know that we do have a current promotion going on for the month of March. You can either get 15% off of 100K with an 80% profit split and a 5% daily drawdown, or you can get 10% off any other account that's valued at 360 or more. So make sure that you take advantage of that coupon code while it lasts.
Okay, thank you very much, Rhea, for
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah.
I don't think anybody has any other pairs they want us to look at though today.
Mhm.
So with that being said, is there anything on the economic calendar we want to keep a lookout for this week, or are we good?
Yeah, I already mentioned that. Like we have
Okay.
a bunch load of interest rates this week, so what could go wrong? That's what I
Good
literally
question.
said. What could go wrong? Yeah. So Mirinda, I don't know if you are on Instagram or anything, or if you're in the Discord group, you can shoot me a message. Then we can take it from there.
All right. Well, thank you to all of you for yes. You got this, Miranda. You will definitely have your trades up and running in no time, you know. Nick is really good at identifying important zones in the market for us to pay attention to. So if you pay attention to that in the market analysis and how he marks up the supply and demand zones, and I'm sure that could also help you too with your trading, along with proper risk management and not being afraid to lose money, darling.
Great
So yeah,
point. Great point.
you know, proper risk management definitely helps you with that. Okay, so we will be back on Wednesday with our midweek analysis to kind of see what's going on at that point. But until then, happy trading, traders, and we'll talk soon.